Iron Valiant is a new paradox fusion of Gardevoir and Gallade from Pokemon Violet. Although Iron Bundle formerly held the crown for best future form in OU, ever since it was banned, Iron Valiant has been the premier robot. And since the banning of Chien-Pao, Iron Valiant is now the most popular offensive Pokemon in the entire format. While some of the future forms were quite disappointing, I think they did a great job on this one. Let's take a look at what makes Iron Valiant so effective in competitive singles. 80% of you watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you enjoy my videos, I'd appreciate it if you would take a moment to like the video and subscribe. Thank you. Iron Valiant may be frail defensively, but it has a great speed stat, and both of its offensive stats are excellent. Iron Valiant is a mixed attacker, meaning it can use both special and physical attacks. This Pokemon has a Fairy Fighting type combination. These are some pretty excellent stab types. Fairy hits a lot of important targets in the Gen 9 OU metagame super effectively, such as Great Tusk and Dragapult. It's also very good neutral damage against many of the most popular defensive Pokemon. Fighting type complements Fairy very well. Steel types resist Fairy, but fighting type attacks will hit steel types super effectively. This type combination also provides you with some decent defensive utility despite your poor defensive stats. A Dragon immunity and ×4 resistance to Dark give you solid opportunities to enter the battle and gain momentum. Iron Valiant also has an extremely wide offensive move pool. You have coverage options to hit pretty much every single Pokemon in Gen 9. Thunderbolt is a common choice to hit targets like Corviknight, Toxapex and Dondozo super effectively. Psyshock will do huge damage to Clodsire and other poison types trying to come in against your fairy moves. Shadow Ball or Knockoff will hit targets like Goldingo and Skeledirge super effectively. Iron Valiant also has access to both Calm Mind and Swords Dance to boost either one of its offensive stats. You even have some great utility options like Destiny Bond to trade with a key enemy, and Trick to cripple a wall by giving it a choice item. While many of the future forms don't get much value out of the ability Quark Drive, Iron Valiant can take advantage of it very effectively. With a booster energy equipped, Iron Valiant will gain a Quark Drive boost, increasing its speed stat. This gives you a one-time free speed boost which lets you outrun and threaten just about everything. The most common Iron Valiant set is a mixed attacking booster energy set. This is a great late game cleaner. Later on in a battle, when all of the enemy's Pokemon have taken some damage, Iron Valiant can swoop in with its huge speed from booster energy and finish them all off. The most common move choices are Moonblast, Close Combat, Thunderbolt and Psyshock. But you can really customize this set with whatever coverage or utility options you need to fill the gaps in your team. Choice Specs is another popular option which turns Iron Valiant into a wall breaker. A Choice Specs boosted Terra Fairy Moonblast is a huge neutral nuke with the ability to break through many of the most common defensive Pokemon in Gen 9. With the support of pivots, you can threaten the entire world every time you get Specs Iron Valiant into the battle safely. The standard set uses Moonblast, Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, and Psyshock. Aura Sphere, Focus Blast, and Trick are also good and valid options. Although these are the two most common sets for Iron Valiant, this is a Pokemon that you can get seriously creative with. In SBL, we saw a Terra Water Liquidation Iron Valiant get some big surprise value. With so many random coverage options like Poison Jab, Elemental Punches, and even stuff like Encore, this is a Pokemon that is very dangerous in the hands of a creative player. While Iron Valiant has all of these amazing qualities, I believe it's well balanced in the Gen 9 OU metagame. Although its speed is very good, it's just that little bit slower than some other key offensive Pokemon like Cinderace, Meowscarada, Roaring Moon, and Dragapult. It's also frail and will faint very easily against a lot of common moves. While the booster energy set is faster than the entire format and threatens everything, it's a one-time use resource that can be responded to if you keep your Pokemon healthy enough and plan accordingly. The Choice Specs set has excellent wall breaking ability, but since Iron Valiant is a bit slower than other popular offensive Pokemon, you can respond to it after it locks into a move. Iron Valiant is my personal favorite new Pokemon in Gen 9. I've always liked mixed attackers, and it's great to see one thrive in the OU metagame like this. So many recent metagames have been dominated by central offensive threats that are pretty one-dimensional. They just have huge stats, click stab moves, and win through brute force. Iron Valiant is the kind of offensive Pokemon that I much prefer. It's dynamic, and it can be used in various different ways. Its main strength is its versatility. At the moment, the most popular Iron Valiant sets are targeting the common defensive Pokemon in the metagame. But once Pokemon Home drops, I'm sure we'll see new Iron Valiant sets rise to the forefront, because this Pokemon has all the tools in the world to adapt to whatever people are using commonly. While some of the future Paradox forms probably make you wish you got Pokemon Scarlet instead, at least Iron Valiant makes up for the more disappointing ones. What do you think of Iron Valiant? Do you enjoy using this Pokemon? What would you like me to talk about next? Let me know down below in the comments, and thank you for watching. Thank you to the patrons. If you'd like to send me a team to look at in a video, or request a video topic for me to cover, take a look at my Patreon link in the description for more information. Like this video and subscribe to the channel for more informative content about competitive Pokemon.
The money got different, cause of what I'm spending. The money got different,
oh, it's
cause of what I'm
Megaphone!
spending.
Oh,
The money
KO
got
by
different,
one hit! It's
cause
scattered
of what I'm
spikes!
spending. The money got different.